Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Shout out Ozza for that little intro on the front of the video there. Production values climbing all the time. Got lots of big plans for the channel, and yeah, it's great to have the help of some of you guys in doing it. Today we're going to be talking about the Man United game on Sunday and the team I would pick to face Manchester United. It's a big game, and I feel like it's a game that's going to have significant weight in kind of fan sentiment in this early period of the season. I think fans are restless, and I think it's all to do with changed expectations. You know, the demands are so high now and the expectations are so high, and having spent last season in competition with Manchester City, who are almost kind of robotically perfect, the demand is almost perfection, and anything less than that seems to be having people very worried indeed. So I think the Manchester United result is going to have reverberations, shall we say, among the fan base. It is still early though, I would urge that, right? We're only 3 games in at this point, this is the 4th game. But nevertheless, it does feel like a bit of a litmus test in terms of how this team are faring in the early period of the season. Let's get into the 11. In goal, I would pick Aaron Ramsdale. Had a few people asking me, you know, over the last week, would I consider bringing David Raya in? I don't think I would. I think it's too big a game to make that big a change. I think what we want in this team is some kind of continuity, some stability. I think he provides that. I don't think he was especially at fault for the opening goal the other day against Fulham. I think that was a consequence of his starting position, which is, you know, a team instruction and obviously a really, you know, bad giveaway. And I think he's had a solid enough start to the season, so I'd stick with Aaron Ramsdale. I know David Raya's waiting there in the wings, but I think it's going to take a significant dip in form over a number of games for Mikel Arteta to make that change. I don't think we'll see David Raya until the cup competitions start, and that's where I think he'll get his chances. At the back, let's go right back. Ben White for me. Best right back we've got in the squad. Obviously Takahiro Tomiyasu will be back and available again after his suspension, but I want to see Ben White on those overlaps, combining with Bukayo Saka, combining with Martin Odegaard. I want to get that trio back in tandem. So he'd be my right back. At left back, Zinchenko. Yes, it's a bit of a risk given Manchester United's pace on the flanks and their ability in counter-attack, but I just think he can dictate the play. He can be so important to the way that we control possession. And if I think back to this fixture last season, in the second half, Zinchenko was absolutely instrumental, and he did have some good defensive moments as well. I remember in the final stages him winning some pretty key headers. So I would go with Zinchenko. There's a theme here, right? I want familiarity. I want that back four back together, which means at centre half, it's got to be William Saliba and Gabriel. I want to see that pairing reinstated. I know United maybe don't have the most threat from centre forward. It's not the position where they are strongest, but I want to see them back together. I want to see them on the field. I want to see a twin threat at set pieces, the other end of the pitch. I just want that balance back. So I want White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Ramsdale behind, and from there you get some stability. Now obviously playing White at right back frees up Thomas Partey, so where's he going to go? Holding midfield for me. I'm going to keep him in the side. To his right, as number 8, Martin Odegaard, the skipper. I think, you know, his influence speaks for itself, and I think we badly missed him in that last 15 minutes or so when he came off against Fulham. You know, all that period of stoppage time where we were trying to find a breakthrough. He's the best player in the squad to do that, and he'd be a definite starter for me here. So then it's the left 8 position, and this is going to be the one that's open to the most debate. Kai Havertz has started all the league games there so far, and he's done okay. I know the knives are out to a certain extent for Kai Havertz. He always faced an uphill battle to win the hearts and minds of the Arsenal fans. Looks like a tougher battle than ever right now. I would rotate him out, even though I think he's done okay. Fabio Vieira has thrown his hat into the ring with a really good substitute performance against Fulham. But I'd go Declan Rice. And I saw Declan Rice play there in the Monaco friendly. I also think he arguably kind of played in this position on the opening day against Forest. He's more comfortable, for my money, towards the base of the midfield, but I want Thomas Partey there. And I think Rice can do this job. He can be a threat. Look at the game against Forest. He nearly scored on 3 occasions. Look at the Crystal Palace game, the little neat through pass through to Eddie Nketiah. I think that I would play Rice here. It's, you know, a question of getting our best players on the pitch, and I think this enables us to do that. And also, I spoke about United's threat in transition and on the counter-attack. There's nobody really better in the squad at snuffing that out, counterbalancing it, than Declan Rice. Basically, we're asking him to do the Granit Xhaka role, and I think he can. I think there are similarities in style with Xhaka. It's not going to be like a Havertz, where he's going to provide more attacking threat than Xhaka, you know, more penalty box presence. But I think he can do it. And for this game, I think it's the right selection. What else? The flanks pick themselves, don't they? Martinelli and Saka. I don't think there's any argument there. Trossard is a great option from the bench, but Martinelli and Saka have got to play. And then through the middle, you've got another decision. Leandro Trossard started the last league game, didn't have a great game, came off after half time. Eddie Nketiah came on and was very good. I actually think his form is pretty decent. I know he didn't score against Palace, and he should have done, had a couple of really presentable opportunities, but his name is definitely in strong contention. And then you've got Gabriel Jesus, who had 10 minutes against Fulham off the bench. Didn't make much impact. I mean, a lot of this will come down to what they see in training. Is Gabriel Jesus ready? I think I'm going to err on the side of caution and go with Eddie. I just think Jesus is a brilliant option from the bench. We don't want to risk losing him again this early in the season. You've got Trossard to consider as well. But I think Eddie has earned it. He was excellent against Fulham. So I think he will start, and then Jesus, you know, presumably would get half an hour or so. But if Jesus really looks ready, then that will be something to consider for Mikel Arteta. So that would be my team: Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Odegaard, Rice, Saka, Martinelli on the other flank, and I think just Eddie up top. What do you think, guys? Love to hear your starting 11s. Love to see your points of difference. I think that back four will be quite a popular one, but I'm sure a lot of people will be clamouring for Vieira. Some will go for Havertz in midfield. Some will say you've got to throw Jesus in. Let me know what you think. It feels like a big game. I'll catch up with you all soon, and yeah, we'll speak before too long. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.